Man, hell of a month we're having this week. Welcome back to the Skill Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 126 of What's on the Bench Weekly. And it feels like it's been a little while since this show's been on, but if you are interested in all things Skill Builders Guild and all the things that are on the bench, whether it be a new project that's been long forgotten, one that's just getting started, of all scales, this is the place for it. And if you are new here, welcome. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that notification bell. You get updates anytime there's a new video from the Skill Builders Guild. Let's get right into the things that are on the bench this week. Because man, it's a busy one. And I am overwhelmed. Let's stop thinking about work for a moment and take a gander at this beautiful Supra body that was painted by a very talented man. Not me. This was painted by Slide Customs, and that's SL13DE Customs. I'll put a link to their Instagram, probably right here. I'll also put one in the description down below. Much like all the things you'll see on this show, there will be links down below. Help support the channel. Thank you. All right. But yes, this was a very beautiful paint job done by a very talented guy. Keith did an amazing job painting this body. I'm not sure what paints he uses, but I bet you it's all airbrushed because the line work is spectacular. There are no decals on this body anywhere. It's all paint. And that's where I really love to see this quality of work going into something. Let me just take it off this chassis because I'm just resting it on this RDX chassis, but let's see. Can you see that? Can you see the level of detail that we're talking about? That's incredible. It's like a silver and then he's backed it with white so you still see the silver. Blue, clear headlight lenses, which I think look amazing. The paint work and all the detail work is just spectacular. It's really, 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 really good. And I am blown away at the quality. That's one of my own license plates. Spoiler alert, we've got a new license plate set and along with bumper stickers coming very soon. So stick around if you are interested in those. This is the Rev D RDX. I don't think I'm going to leave it on this chassis. I think I'm going to set it up to go on the associated DC-10. I've been having great success with that car. I really like it a lot. That said, I'm probably going to get some upgrades for the Rev D RDX, and then maybe I'll want to put it on here instead. Who knows? Even these wheels, they're not final for what I would do with this body. I hope to someday be good enough at drifting to be able to use this as a competition body. That would ultimately be my goal. We'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, while I didn't paint this, I'm really thrilled with the results. I think it looks spectacular. It's one of the best painted bodies outside of Hemistorm that I've got in my collection. So pretty chuffed about that one. I think it looks really, really good. It's nice that he incorporated my logo, which I thought was a nice little touch. Really like that. Thank you very much, Keith. You did a spectacular job. Okay, now let's move on to another drift car. Because why not? Drift cars are fun. Especially when you start to get into the scale details. Like he did the window cutout. He's got all the roll cage elements inside. I think it looks pretty awesome. Oh, did I mention all of these screws? These are actual real screws that he's screwed in here. So the body kit would have those. I think it's a nice touch. Looks amazing. Let's just move this guy over here for a second. This is the associated DC-10. This is a Subaru body that I painted. It's from Pandora. They do really nice detailed bodies. The RWB body that I have, which I should run that one too. Maybe that could be like another competition body. Who am I kidding? But yeah, what I've done with this, nothing really. What I wanted to show you was this cool little accessory I got from A-Main, and I'll put a link down below to this. But it's like it's a little exhaust kit. You get aluminum tips, and then when there's any sort of like movement, This obviously happens when you're running a very rich setup, and extra unburnt fuel leaves the engine and goes into the exhaust, and I guess there's kits you can buy to make that even more pronounced, but a lot of supercars have it, and obviously tuned cars have that, and I presume that drift cars should also have that. So that this little kit is from East Bay Sliders, and it comes with the exhaust tips and some double-sided tape, and then there's a little control unit that's run on a few watch batteries, and that's all self-contained, so you don't need to wire that into anything, which I quite like, which means you can have it on one body and not have to move all that over when you switch bodies. I think that's a really nice touch. So yeah, there you go. Nice little addition, very cheap, very easy to add a cool effect to your drift car, or I guess any RC car really, but I think it's primarily for drift, which I think looks pretty good. All right, that's enough of wasting your time with drift content. Let's do some crawler content. This is what this show's all about. You all remember the HPI Venture 18, right? Yes, you do, of course, because it's one of the better 18th scale RCs that you can get. This is, here's what it's looking like now. It's vastly different, as now I've got a Dodge Ram Charger body on it, which I think is looking pretty darn good. I had already swapped wheels and tires on the 18, along with just about everything else, because HPI sent me every single upgrade that they make for the Venture 18. There are some great ones in there that have not been added yet, including portal axle boxes. So yes, you can have all the extra lift of a portal kit on the 18 scale if you want. I didn't put them on because I wanted this to look like a scale accurate little truck. And so far, I think it looks pretty good. This was a body that I got from CG Trader. I will put a link down below to where you can get this file along with a lot of other ones that are really, really, really good quality. The gentleman who makes this one specifically usually offers all of his files in multiple scales in one download. So this was 1/16th scale that I actually scaled down 94% to give me the proper wheelbase that I needed for the Venture 18. It is printed in ABS, so I can do all the styrene good stuff that I like to do. And also, there's a couple of other really cool things that I've done in order to make this even more interesting. And we'll get into that in a second. But let's talk a little bit about upgrades. What did I add? Well, I kept all of the hang tags so I could walk you through everything as I show a little montage of me doing all those things. However, my phone died halfway through, so you're not going to get to see all of them. But let's go through what we did. All right, first of all, in no particular order, I'll try to do it in some order. I've got HD machined helical diff gears sets now installed in the axles, which have also been upgraded to the aluminum axle housings. I went overdrive in the front axle to give me a little more overdrive. I've also added the aluminum shock tower set, front and rear. I got brass diff covers on those axles. We've got the aluminum center gearbox set, so the entire transmission is now in an aluminum case. I've added bearings throughout. There were a lot of bushings in this truck, not anymore, all bearings. We've got aluminum oil-filled shocks, and those are actually filled with oil from the factory and nicely torqued, so they won't be leaking. I've also got all of the aluminum suspension links as well. So we've got the full high clearance links on the lowers and aluminum all around, which is great. Aluminum C-hubs, aluminum center skid plate. We've got the aluminum steering spindle set in orange. So that's all of the aluminum, all the orange aluminum steering bits have been installed. The aluminum shift servo mount. We've got HD center drive shafts. We've also got the aluminum rear hubs to go on the rear axle and the aluminum steering mount. So pretty much everything they make. And there is a ton more parts that are all available as well that haven't been installed, like I said, including the portal axle boxes, which is a pretty nice little upgrade, I gotta say. But what I really wanted to talk about, more than just the body and all of the upgrades, which I think really do make this a pretty amazing 18 scale truck, is the way in which I've created my own bumper mount. Now, of course, you know I have a very strong love for my Bambu Lab X1 Carbon. I now am very much in love with my 2 Bambu Lab H2Ds. They are running non-stop on another very large project that hopefully I will get to share at some point this summer. Yes, it's a long project requiring many hours. But one really interesting thing about that printer is that you can print multiple materials at the same time because it is a dual nozzle extruder. So there are 2 different nozzles feeding filament into either side, and it, with literally just a switch and a quick purge, you're back to printing in another material. It's a really great system. It works very well, and it actually saves a lot of material over a single extruder where you would be wasting a lot more filament. It's not an innovation. There's been other printers that have done it, but I just like how Bambu does things. They do a really good job. And the whole reason I'm talking about this is that I printed this bumper mount here, which I integrated into the included bumper file with a small amount of TPU. And TPU is a flexible filament. This was all printed in PETG, which is very close in terms of the temperature at which these filaments are liquid. So they actually do bond to each other very, very well. And you can see that there's a nice amount of spring and give to that bumper mount to allow me, once I actually finish the body and glue it on, to actually have it sit as sort of a spring-loaded mechanism that will hold the body in place. And when I squeeze that, I'll be able to lift the whole body off. And because I reused the existing hinge mount that just happened to line up absolutely perfectly with this body, I've now got a hinged body as well. So lots of cool little things going on with this truck. I'm really excited about it. I am going to do my best to integrate the existing light kit because it is a really phenomenal light kit, which will take some work and take some time, but that's effort that I'm willing to place on this project because I believe in doing a good job on this truck and making it look as realistic and as scale as possible. I'm glad I printed it in ABS because it really does allow you to flex your static model building skills, of which I have very few. But I do have a new airbrush from Galeri that I will be using on this body once we get to that stage, and some other exciting things coming from them as well. So lots of cool things happening on the channel. I'm getting back to doing some actual scale stuff again, which I'm happy about. I like bashing and I like going fast and I like having fun with that stuff, but my real love is just sitting in here and building. And if I have an opportunity to do that, I'm gonna take it because honestly, this hobby is supposed to be fun. And why would you prevent yourself from doing things that are fun? But for now, this is curing my itch to do something fun and do something creative. So I suggest you get out there, do something fun, do something creative, enjoy the process, and just have a good time. That's what we're all here for. What's a passion project that you're working on right now? Put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. If you're interested in passion, you should really check out the passionate group of YouTube channel members who are part of the Ding Dong Club. These are all of them here, and I appreciate all of them equally. You're all my favorite. I do a lot of behind the scenes content, tips and tricks, travel logs, even just walks around the woods. Content you wouldn't see or be able to see anywhere else. There's also live streams and giveaways, so I definitely suggest you check it out. Lots to learn from there, and it's a great community to be a part of. Thank you to all of those ding-dongs. I very much appreciate it for allowing it to continue to flourish. All right. I think that's going to do it, though. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, we'll see you again next week.